all. First slide. My topic is early palliative care. Looking at these slides, you can see what is meant by palliative care. This is a till end of the session we'll come to know we have covered all these things. Like what is a palliative care exactly? The palliative care is a caregiver team. It is a patient centered. And it is a communication centered, it is a emotional, it is a set of the goal which is going to be achieved, and it is a multidisciplinary task for everyone. And it is a understanding, it is a emotional, it is everything, companionship, treatment, patient relief, caregiver support, everything. Definition: palliative care is an active holistic care of the individual across all the ages with seriously health related suffering due to the severe illnesses like the cancers, and especially to those who near the end of the life. There is no any age bar for that. Any palliative care patient, not only cancer but in any disease diagnosis like HIV, AIDS, anything can be palliative at the end of the where there is no curable disease, is no more curable. According to the WHO, palliative care defines it's an approach that improves the quality of life of the patient and the family facing the problem associated with the life-threatening illnesses through the prevention and the relief of the suffering by the means of the early identification. What are the problems they are suffering and what are the problems they are going through? Not only the patient but also the family member also and the caregiver also. That is the empirical assessment and the treatment pain for and other problems arise by the physical, psychosocial and spiritual. Now, what is early palliative care? All are thinking that palliative care, we are just referring the patient, then what is the need of early palliative care? The early palliative care is actually to be done within the 8 weeks of the diagnosis or within the 1 month, as we have practices nowadays. All the cancer, especially for the CLM patients, we are just referring at the when the file is registered, that time only with the stamps, we are just giving the all the investigation and simultaneously the palliative care reference. That is the early palliative care. Early palliative care is provided to reduce the suffering and the improve the quality of life among the patient and the caregiver. In the recent years, the term early palliative was introduced to differential palliative care treatment applied earlier in the course of the life-threatening disease only, and from palliative care whichever the patient is highly burdened symptoms and there is no more chemotherapy or no more radiation therapy or any surgery is impossible. Only those patients we are going to refer such to the department. But in case of advanced cancer, early palliative care is going alongside with the active disease. Those who are receiving chemotherapy and radiotherapy, along that we are giving palliative care references for such patients. Generally focuses on the symptoms management. Initially, patient have to relieve no symptoms and known care with the help build trust. With the help of early palliative care, we can at least care the plan. What are the advanced care for such patients when they will come later to us. So with the help of early palliative care is a concern, with the help of this we can help them to give the right treatment with the right medical treatment to your patients, and with the help of early palliative care we can identify their problems. And this is, as we seen with the previous slides, that it is an integration with the palliative care. It is also associated with the American Society of the Clinical Oncology recommended palliative care is been integrated early in the palliative care. Palliative care can be provided with the concurrent targeted chemotherapy also. The recent cancer study is already shown to us. Next slide we will see how the patient improve the quality of life of the patient, and the survival rate is also higher in that. According to the treatment protocol of our investigation, early palliative care trial encompasses communication. That is the main role. How we will communicate with the patients. With the patient about the disease, about the prognosis, what are the treatment going to be followed with them, what are the prognosis, whether their disease will be progressive, whether their disease will be curable or not. There's such thing we have to communicate with them. That as per our protocol in our Tata Memorial Hospital, as soon as the patient is coming, we are registering such patient. If their patient is symptomatic, then we are asking them to go by step by counseling. First we are taking them for counseling, and then later on we are giving the planning. So according to the latest constitution definition of palliative care, such treatment is called as early when it is administered within the 8 weeks of diagnosis of the cancer. Other quantitative identify elements include relationship and rapport building. Due to the communication and due to the counseling, we will build a rapport between the caregiver and the doctors, and even with the nurses also. With that help, we can develop the rapport, and we will not facing problems while dealing with them. So we can understand them problems. We can understand their this thing. What are the problems they are coming? What are the issues they are arising? We will come to know within the help of the counseling. With the talking with them, we will open-ended question will be asked in the communication and in the counseling setup. So whenever you are taking any counseling setup with the, as a we are a nurse, we are also talking with them. So we can at least talk with them, and we can ask them when they will open. They will be open with us only first of all, because we are only the whole and soul there. We are getting contact again and again with them. Later on, they are advised to go to the doctors. So what are the benefits and the supportive care? Why the palliative care, early palliative care is, what are the benefits of giving the early palliative care for the patients? First, palliative and supportive care provided treatment to the patient with a seriously illness with the help of to improve the quality of life. All are talking about the disease, treatment, management, but what about the patient is going through that? We have to think about that. What are the physical problems they are having? For example, pain, cough, breathlessness, dyspnea, nausea, vomiting. Because palliative and early palliative are going simultaneously. So we have to take care how we can improve the quality of the life of the patients by explaining the consequences of the treatment, and what are the treatment they are taking, and how they have to take that treatment also and our treatment also. If any pain will happen or anything can happen, they can come and they can contact with us. So we are there to improve. We are there to give the lives into the days. We are not only going to treat the disease, but whatever they are living, we are just putting the days into their lives. Now, second one is depression and emotional problems. Suppose one young patient is there, mostly unmarried patient or whole and soul bread earner. So he will think, then what will be after my diagnosis? Now I have diagnosis cancer. So what about my later problems after taking chemotherapy? As if I afford my chemotherapy radiation, what shall my family will face after my death? Who will going to take care of my spouses, my children? Who will take care of my children's education? What will be happen? I don't know. So there's such problem arises when the patient. So we will come to know the emotional and problems with the help of counseling. And second one is social and spiritual problems. Always they will say, God has been punished me, anything I have done past, something wrong, that's why they have been given me such a disease. Because after listening the cancer, everyone will be very in the problem only. When they're listening such big diagnosis, they will not easily acceptance will be there, little bit time take, but they will acceptance. But till by that time we have to take so those things why God has been made. So such type we have to show them the others patients when they are coming. First of all, very skillful listening is very important for such patients. Or for a good counselor, it should be a good listener first, and just listen carefully and very quietly, because then only they are going to trust with us. Otherwise, they will not believe that why sister is or counselor is listening or not. Just looking here and there, nobody is taking care of me. There's such times we have to listen them carefully. Survival and rehabilitation and recovery. In our department, we have such thing. We have seen so many people, those who are on the chemotherapy, but later on they have been just administered nothing, and they have referred to the palliative care. There is our support group is there. In that we are calling such patients. They are asymptomatic. They are coming together, and we are just conducting a meeting. Those who are newly diagnosed and without without any symptoms, then they come together and seated, and they are saying, okay, now there is a see later on if you will take a proper treatment and everything, then we will also be in their places. We will also sometimes later on we will not have some problems or any problems there. We are there to handle such problems. So survival, rehabilitation, and recovery is very important. And suppose when we are doing later on the slides we will see, okay, regarding rehabilitation, what my family will be going to suffer. So that also arrangement has been done in our palliative setup. Later we will show. So these benefits and these things studies show that early palliative led to significant improvement in both quality of the life and the mood also. as compared with the patient receiving standard care. Patient receiving early palliative care had less aggressive care of the end of the life. So in our casualty, we always see when the patient is taking any chemotherapy, either he is on the PAL chemo or PAL RT, he is coming with the breathing difficulty, dyspnea, breathlessness, pain, everything. But he will be very aggressively because they are only there one patient, but for us all are the same patients. So in such patient, after counseling and after doing such things, we come to know what exactly the patient need, ICU or otherwise we can reduce their problems during the opioids or any medical treatment. So let aggressive of the care at the end of their life and the wrong survivor may help in our early palliative care. OPD consultation. In our OPD, we are calling such patients those who are asymptomatic and their general condition is moderate to severe. So this patient is been called to the OPD, and our OPD runs from Monday to Friday between 9 to 5 p.m. And inpatient consultation. For most of the patients, we know okay, there is no availability of beds are there, but our Tata has been given 2 beds in main building for our palliative department. There we can admit such patients if they are needed. For not for all the patients, but with the complex symptoms require hospital setup. Those who are antibiotic for longer period and they don't have bed or no accommodation nearby, so such patients can be admitted over there. And for the pain management also for observation, those who are on the fentanyl or on the morphine injectable we are giving and we have to observe. So such patient we can admit over there. Then whole patient approach. As if we told that palliative is a teamwork. Here not only the single person is working, but it's a team approach where the doctor, nurses, social worker, medical social worker, our medical social worker, doctor, nurses, and even the family caregiver is involved in that. So how we are helping, we will see. Family and caregiver support. Here, that's why it is called a tailored disciplinary assessment, personalized treatment plan, and referral to the community resources. Family and caregiver support. We have to teach the family for their care of the patients. Whatever the things are available at their home, they can manage with the patients. For example, if patient is on the ICD and the ICD has been removed and patient has been sent home, so what about the dressing? They are just going to somewhere to a local dispensary and they will charge highly for that small dressing. So we have to tell the relative that how to do the dressing at the home level. Even if normal saline is not available, then you can even cold water, hot water and put it in the salt, and then after this thing cold you can use for cleaning purpose, and then you can even apply the dressing gauze over there, and no need to go outside for the specific dressing. So it is a family care support where the family caregiver play very important role. Symptoms management, as we are managing symptoms, pain, breathlessness, dyspnea, nausea, vomiting, insomnia, whatever the symptoms are there, we are managing according to that. For example, pain is there, then we are going to according to the WHO ladder, how we are giving medication, we are giving. But not only we are sending such patient home, we are just giving the diary. If they are on the fentanyl or in the morphine, especially we are giving the medication diary and we are writing in that how many times you have to take that tablet morphine, or in between you are taking, then you have to mention in that. If you don't know how to write, just tell someone to write over there. So symptoms management according to there, we are taking care of that symptoms. Nutrition support, ask them to take a small frequent feeds. Not only they will have the full diet, but we have to give small and frequent feeds. For example, if patient is unable to take orally due to any esophagitis or any problem, so we can advise for rice to feeding or the peg feed for them also if possible. Supportive care and counseling, that's play very important role. Supportive care is if patient is on any chemotherapy, radiotherapy or any surgical intervention has been done for palliative setup, so we have to counsel, because as if I told you that palliative care and that standard care is going simultaneously. So counseling and supportive care is very important. Spiritual care, the main question is always in front of you, that why God has been given me such things, why. So that time we have to listen them and we have to show them others patient, how the small kids are also having the same problems, then how they are feeling, how their parents are feeling. So we have to take care for that. financial support system. As you know that social workers are there and our non-government organizations are also there to support such patients. So financial and social support is also provided from our side. Coordination and follow-up. Coordination of whose coordination? Now, when the patient is going home or the outstation patient, that time we have to give the referral letters to them and we have to talk with their local general practitioner so they can at least have a contact with our doctors and they can have the whatever the problems they are having, they can give them medication or they have the follow-up with us. Even in the Bombay also, if they are not unable to come to the hospital, we can contact with their local GP, general practitioner, those who are going to take care for the patient. Now, places to care. Places to care is a hospital, hospice, community, nursing home. Now, you think which is the ideal place for patient? Those who are referring as a palliative care. Yeah. Home is a place where the patient is fully comfortable, but not only all the patients. That is a we will see where the patient is on the illness tragedy, newly diagnosis, long-term follow-up, so they are not going to manage at home. The symptoms burden, as if I told you that patient is having long for more, many times the patients come with dyspnea, they are not identified कहाँ से दम लग रहा है हमें, they cannot come to know. So such patients we have to first of all manage in our level. What are the, if the patient has to be referred to the village or not. So depend upon what are the acute systems are there, we have to manage. Family understanding the disease progressive, that is the anticipatory symptom, that anything happens you should not be panic at home. If anything happens like patient will suddenly be unconscious, then they have to contact with our doctors as if we are giving the cards to them. All contact numbers has been rotated on that, so anytime they can contact our doctors, on-call doctors, those who are available, and even they can go to their general practitioner or nearby any hospitals from where they can manage till by the time. The patients and family preferences, we have to give the preferences and we have to give priority to the family members and patient also. Empowerment to the family to deal with the crisis. How to deal with the crisis. If anything happens, they should not be panic. We have to empower them. The caregiver availability and the confidence. We have to build a confidence. Okay? Whenever anything happens, they will be strong over there. They will not panic. In panic they can do anything. Sometimes what happen, we are standing patients and then patient has to be admitted in the ICU with a long huge bill. They are coming and saying कि हमारे patient को ICU में admit किया, as if there is a no rule. But then also outside doctors don't know ना what are the exactly patient has been needed. एंड सिर्फ दम लग रहा था तो भर्ती कर दिया, ऑक्सीजन लगा दिया और ऑक्सीजन लगा के आईसीयू में भर्ती किया. दैट इज नॉट अ properly management. So we have to tell them. So that's why the relative or the caregiver should be the build a confidence, and they are the things whatever their availability, whatever this help has been to be given to them, they have to take care of that. Ma'am, home-based care. Home-based care is ideally placed, as if I told you that home is ideal place to seeking all the palliative care patient. Evaluation and the treatment of the physical symptoms, adjust medication has needed. We are giving medication, so they have to give the according to their times and offer psychosocial support, spiritual support to them. We are going to home care. So our TMH now, after COVID, our TMH conducting home care for 2 days, that is a Tuesday and Thursday. In that also doctor, nurses, social worker, this team is going for home care. So such patient is to be empower the patients in self-care. If they are asymptomatic or they are some less problems, so they can take care of themselves according to the resources availability at home. Empower an educated family to take care of the patients. That we have to involve the patient's relative also to educate the patient's problem. Now, after going the home care, we get the exact scenario what the patients is. Now, for example, social rehabilitation. Now, one patient was there that with the small cell lung cancer. That time we visited to the patient's home. Patient was alone and the small kids were there. So that time, after assessing that, we come to know that patient was studying. So our NGOs, with the help of our social worker, we get the funds to them for the education for the children. Because in the hospital setup, we will not come to know exactly what the patient's problems are there. After going home only, we will come to know the exact what is going on. Apart from the treatment, apart from the medication, apart from everything, after going home only, we will come to know what are the exact scenario of their home. Then need of the bereavement. The bereavement support. The bereavement is what? Now the bereavement is after the death process, after the grief, after the 14 days. If required, then only we are going. Either we are just calling them on the phone call. Assess for the social problems, because when the patients will be no more than family members also. If I told you that first, that if the patient is under this thing, young age patient and small kids are there, then they are just speaking na what to do after, later on who will take care. So our social workers are there to issue such problems and to take care of their patients' relative. We are just providing ration helps, and sometimes financial issues also they are solving. We are just giving the money to them also for follow up also. For sometimes they are coming for the hospital, our NGOs are giving money for them. Financially helps also we are offering for such patients. Respite care. What is a respite care? Any idea? Respite care is where our respite cares 11 bedded in Borges. We are just admitting that organization is our only. On 11 bedded we get it over there. So we are admitting such patient. Here also they are also the same team is there, like 24 hours doctors are there, round the clock nurses are in each shift duties, nurses are there, and social worker, counselor, all are there for patient. Then we are admitted such patient. If there is no availability of bed in our Tata Memorial, so we are admitting for the short period in the Bandra Borges to them, and that also they are going along with that. Buses are going, and sometimes we are providing funds to them to go there. Hospice, Shanti Avedna Sadan, just next to Mount Mary Church. Hospice is an idea, not just a place. The idea. Anyone gone to the Shanti Avedna Sadan? Yeah. The idea is that someone you love has incurable illness, and treatment to prolong life and keep the illness under control no longer works. There is still something that medical science can do. That is a Shanti Avedna. They are nurses, they are also taking care as we are working. There are nurses also working for their patients. But not only cancer patients, there are all total patients are there. Whichever, like a geriatric patients, HIV patient, all sorts of patients are there. And especially our cancer patient, our building is separate. Even if life cannot be prolonged, comfort and dignity can always be provided, and it should be provided effectively. You matter because of who you are. You matter to the last moment of your life, and we will do all we can. Not only help you die peacefully, but also live until you die. We have to put the days into their lives. We have to give them peaceful death also, if you will say, because no one will be liking that our patient is going to then such aggressively or any painful procedure. According to the Damley, the founder of the first modern hospice. This is our home care first case study. You are asked to see 64 young man with recently diagnosis with small cell lung carcinoma lung. He's experienced severe pain and dyspnea and been radiation chemotherapy followed by the chemotherapy in the next few days. He has been planned like this. He has the limited disease and his oncologist optimized about the positive response to him. So you have been advise opioids for the pain medication, for the pain management and for symptoms management, and schedule for another visit into 1 month. So for such patient we are admitted for this thing, respite care. And she is the presently our patient, Mrs. Kantama Malesh, 60 years female, resident at Kalyan, case of non-metastasis CA lung with pleural effusion with the bone mets. And her complaint was chest wall pain, cough and dyspnea. that patient is belonging to the Kalyan, then our home care team has been going there to seeing that patient till by the time he is on the oral chemotherapy. And for the pain management, he is getting the pain, not the opioids, but a normal pain medication she is getting, and the cough for cough depressions, and for the dyspnea, he is taking spirometry and deep breathing exercises. And our home care conducted from CST to Kalyan, and from Churchgate to Borivali, and from Harbour Line till Mankur. And rest of the patients, those who are not is possible with our Tata Memorial, we are just given such patients to Palcare India. That is also one of the NGO that are conducting home care for them, and Romila also. So that two NGOs are doing home care for them. If any Bombay patient also want, these doctors and nurses going to their home, they are assessing patient, and later on with the relatives they are coming for us for the medication. Remember, bad news always a bad news. However, well broken, it is, you cannot make it good.
Thank you, Gauri. Any questions? Very well, she has explained all the aspects of palliative care. What she said, I liked very much, that even if life cannot be prolonged, comfort and dignity should be provided. That is what we all should take care, and we should give comfort and dignity to the patients. Even if the patients in the wards are admitted for palliative care, that is very, very important. Palliative care hai karke chhodne dene ka. Even the casualty patients are coming, that time patient is under palliative care, that doesn't mean that we don't have to give comfort to the patient. Our role is to provide comfort, and the patient should have a dignified way. The way we are treating should be in a dignified way. That is what is expected from the nursing fraternity. Okay?
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Gauri.